I want to talk about something that might not be understood, or you might not even be thinking about, especially when you're thinking about being sleep deprived with your little one. I was sharing with some business professionals, and we were talking lactation consultant, health coach, pharmaceuticals, and we were having this conversation about how it's really hard to tune in to our little ones if we are not tuning in to ourselves. And we don't know, like, am I hungry? Am I tired? And knowing how to tune in and listen to our bodies. And that's actually one of the main reasons why I love talking to parents about the Breathe Love tool. And so if you don't know about the Breathe Love tool, I'm going to encourage you to download it so you can get familiar with that framework, because what it does is it helps us in the moments with parenting process come from a place where we're going to breathe love and not breathe fear, anger, resentment, judgment, all those kinds of things in that moment. And the reason this is so important is because as we learn to tune into ourselves, then we can tune into our little ones. And oftentimes, because we continue to push through things, I don't know about you, but my nervous system was very dysregulated. And as I have learned to regulate my nervous system, I'm then more competent and able to help regulate the nervous system of a child that I'm with, whether it was my kiddos or my daycare kiddos or the toddler or newborn that I'm caring for. It makes all the difference when we can start to tune in, slow down, and become present and understand that. But I will share with you, there's a lot of sleep tips out there, but recognizing and learning how to tune in and notice what your child is actually communicating and trusting that is a huge step in working with your child to really minimize crying. Because when you tune in and notice what your child is communicating, then you're doing what they need. You're meeting their need. They're saying, hey, I'm hungry, or hey, I'm tired, and you're helping your little one through that process. And the more we do that, it becomes this respectful communication, and your child builds that trust. But really what ends up happening many times is that we don't notice that because we're trying to put our little ones on a schedule. We're trying to do things that maybe might not be what our child needs. And so I'm here to kind of help you recognize, like, are you aware of like what your needs are? And do you know what your baby's needs are, what your baby's communicating? Because so many times I hear parents say, if my baby only had words, if they could just tell me what they need. And I'm going to share with you that when I first became a mom, I had no idea what my son needed. And looking back, I was not able to tune in. I had no idea that I was so dysregulated in those moments. And so I hated the newborn season, to be honest with you. And now that I know and understand newborns, and I understand children so much more, and I understand that they are communicating so much to us. But again, sometimes as adults, we get so busy, we can feel so stressed out and overwhelmed and not notice those things. And so if you're a parent and you're like, I would like to understand what my child's communicating, and you would like to slow down and make sense of that so that you can show up and be responsive. You can lead your child with trust and respect. You can meet their needs, making sure that they're feeding well, which is going to then allow them to sleep well. And you're going to be able to feel empowered and empower your child in this process, as well as bring in some more playtime into your life and your child's life. If this is something that you're like, yes, sign me up, I want this kind of support, I'm going to encourage you to join my newborn sleep support group. This is called Sleep Shaping Success, where we're going to be shaping the sleep your child needs. Because when we shape our child's sleep, it's going to help us then have better sleep all around for not only our little one, but for us too. And we're going to be able to learn how to co-regulate. We're going to be able to regulate ourselves so that we can come alongside and regulate and help our little one be able to soothe and be comforted. And we know that we're there and we're being responsive with our child. So if you are trying to do parenting different, especially in this fourth trimester, I'd love to see you in the upcoming sleep coaching success cohort.